All right, so we're live.
Kill it.
We're live. All right, cool. Yeah, you might have to stream it to me live so I can get the so you can see the comments and stuff.
Yeah, I'll hop on.
Keep switching pages. Yeah.
Oh, you good, bro? I'll have to. Matter of fact, when you switch, I don't see it.
So what now?
So if you switch, I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
There we are.
All right, cool. All right. Y'all come on in if you're coming. Come on in if you're coming. Come on in if you're coming. Wade Entertainment, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? How y'all day going?
What's good, Jemiah?
What's going on? Yes, indeed. All right. Jemiah, what's happening, man? All right. What is up, everyone? What is up? Can't wait to get this off my chest here so we can move forward with what we got going. Thank y'all for chiming on in. Y'all working today or y'all eating lunch? Y'all eating lunch right now? I ain't eat yet. What y'all eat? Are y'all a lunchtime crowd? Y'all like, oh, it's 12 o'clock, I'm gonna go to lunch. Or y'all just eat whenever? Thinking about that. I'm a kind of. Do you have regimented meals, bro? Like that? Like, okay, it's breakfast, this is lunch. Or you just be like, I ain't ate nothing yet.
Bro, it depends on the day. What I gotta do. Probably how late I ate the night before. I mean, like.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This morning I just had some eggs.
Josh, what's going on, bro? I see you. Jamar, what's happening?
Who that, Bob?
BSD guy. Yeah.
What's up, Bob?
BSD guy said starting work. What's that, swing shift you on? You on swing shift? I detest. Depends on what it is. But going to work like midday, especially when I got here and the sun is like bright and then you got work to do, you gotta go to the studio. I hated it because I wanted to be somewhere else. It's like I want to be at the lake somewhere.
Yeah,
I want to be. Yeah. I want to be out.
Now, you see Jemiah with the bourbon chicken and fried rice? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Man. When you pulling live arrangements again? That's a good question. You talking about the remixes, I'm sure. Seeing that you said Icebox. Jemiah, you ain't right with the bourbon chicken. You're not right. Chicken burrito, bro? Come on. Listen, I know where you at, so I already know that's fire. Straight Leo, lay down. You need to go to sleep. That's what that is. Bro. You need to go to sleep. I deal with those. Go to bed. Stokes is in here, bro.
The man himself. What's good, man?
Stokes is in here. Stokes is in the building. Joe Levy's in the building. What's up, Joe?
What's good, Joe?
So, Frank, what's going on? Let me go ahead and get into this. We're still reading comments and stuff. So let me turn this. So about 5 years ago, there's some of you know, some of you don't. About 5 years ago, I started a music production tutorial program. And it went really well. Hey, Missy, I see you. It went really well. Where, you know, folks could join up and subscribe. And Zach, what's going on? And I would just show you kind of the basics of how I approach certain things and some of the advanced stuff I would show 5 years ago. And as it grew, JP, the producer, blessings to you as well. It became a lot more harder for me to actually give the people who subscribed what I thought would do them justice. And I was trying to facilitate some other things along with my production. And I started looking around. I ended up shutting it down because I just didn't feel right about what I was giving for what folks were paying. I was limited in my, I had just moved here, so I was limited in how I could serve the music production community and those that are wanting to learn music production, those that wanted to they wanted me to kind of mentor them in a way. I don't like using that word, but that's the age I'm at, the mentorship age. So
it is, bro.
So I began studying around and I began looking at other people's programs, looking at other tutorial programs, looking at other classes, if you will. And I noticed there were a lot of elements that were missing that if I were trying to learn, I wanted something that I knew I could take with me. And then I basically researched and went over the things people asked me for, like what they comment, how they comment on my videos, how they, respond to the music that they hear. And I sat down with my brother Davin and I said, hey, thinking about doing this again. Actually, it was his idea to go back to doing it. I don't think he didn't even realize I had done it before. You just described what you thought would be a great idea for what I do. And I told you, I kind of was doing that, but this is what it was. And so we sat down and we came up with what is now being presented to you all. We're announcing it this month. In 2 weeks, YEAS Way Academy will be launching.
Yeah, man.
YEAS Way Academy will be launching. And YEAS Way Academy will be different in that Jesse Pro called me a bishop. In that so churchy. In that I don't want to just teach you music production from a big picture standpoint. I can't really do that because something is always changing. Technology is always improving. Different things are always coming out. But one thing that I can teach and that keeps coming out of me is what I do. And so I decided, let's create an opportunity to teach people the YEA process. Like, what is YEA's process? How does he go about production? How does he hear putting music together? What is his process? You know, my new ideal is that people don't need really a bunch of new plugins. They don't need a bunch of new things to consider or new options. They need a process. Where do I start? How do I start? Right? So this thing is going to go from beginner level to advanced level. Right? From beginner level to advanced level. So if you're having like, okay, I have basic knowledge of, I got a DAW, I have an interface, I have a mic, you know, I have a MIDI controller. Where do I go from here? How do I even learn how to make a beat? How do I compose something from scratch? How do I make it sound good? How do I make it sound appealing? Right? Because, you know, we are all, hey Jess, we're all aware of social media as big and as vast as it is, and people are really trying to get their music and their art out there, but technology can be a scary thing. DAWs can be intimidating, and the approach can be very, very counterintuitive when you just want to get something out there, and you're struggling trying to figure out, you know, how do I make my drums sound like this? How do I make my percussion swing this way? Well, you know, this is a moment of shameless production. You know, I've been at this for almost 30 years now. You know, a bunch of placements, you know, worked for a lot of major corporations, putting music together, game shows, cruise lines, Disney attractions, movies and films, short films, social media reels, and a bunch of records, you know. And so if I can do anything, I can tell you how to get to the place. I can mentor you to that place, doing it the way I did it. And that's the most important thing about how I want to offer this to those who really want to learn, is those who are asking that question, how does YEA do this? How would YEA approach this? And I want to present that to you, to the community, to give you an opportunity to take all my secrets, take all my processes, and learn, and then apply that to how you want to sound. So I'm teaching you, in essence, to sound like me so you can sound like you. Because once you have a starting point for your process, you can move forward in asking yourself, how can I approach it now to make this mine? Because you're going to take what I give you and do bigger and better. It's going to give you more ideas on how to manipulate different things. We're going to be constantly teaching over and over. I mean, I'm so excited when you guys see the material we got lined up and the things we're going to continually teach over and over. And, you know, many people don't have someone like walking you through a process of, you know, how to make my beats knock. It's like, I can't get my drums to do a thing. I can't get my MIDI editing. What is that? I don't even know what that is. You know, what is quantization? How do I apply that? You know, how do I make this I want it to sound cinematic. What does that entail? And I am getting to the nitty gritty. I'm not just teaching you something you could dial up on a YouTube video for free. This is my process, the things that I've kept near and dear to the vest, for, obvious reason, and some reasons not so obvious. And so, this is what it is. We got the beginner class where I walk you through just step by step from the beginning. Okay, this is how you program a drum beat. This is how you put the bass in. This is how you by the time, and there's an end goal. That's the thing I love about this, Dav, that you can explain this better than I can, when you're saying you want there to be an end game for the student or for the subscriber or for the follower. You want them to arrive at a place.
Yeah, bro. Because one of the issues with courses as they're offered is that, like, there's no cumulative place to arrive at. So I spent the better part of a decade as a school teacher, studied this in college, and just wanting to take some of those education principles and bring them into the music production space, because I think they're effective. And one of the most important parts of the education process is not just the delivery of information, but at some point you have to check in with the person learning to see if they're actually grasping what's being delivered to them. In addition to that, they also need to be able to function in what we call an authentic environment, which means like there's actually something to prepare for. There's actually something I need to submit and get like genuine and realistic feedback on. So that's one element that I brought to this situation, where Danye isn't just giving you information, but at some point we want to be able to give you some information back. So he gives you information, and then you show us how you're taking in the information, and we give you some feedback as well, because that's an important part of any learning process, to know if you're doing well or not. Now, This is it's going to be challenging to get to as many people as we are anticipating, but we're going to do our best to give as much like real life feedback on people's work as we can, because I think if you ask me, that's probably the most important part of the education process after the information's been delivered.
Yes. That's really touched my heart about this. Is I want to get you, the student, the follower, the mentee, whatever you want to call it, the learner, to a place where you don't need these anymore. I want to get you to a place where, I can do this on my own. I can fly now. That is the whole point of going to school. You don't go to school forever. Like, after a certain point, there has to be a place where you take everything that you learned in school and actually apply it to your life and go do things for yourself. And that's kind of where I am. I see a lot of people on social media who are looking to just be content creators, but they want their stuff to sound clean. Well, this is where you're going to stop at. So many people, how did you get your video to sound that way? I don't know how to get my stuff to sound like that. I'll teach you step by step, 1, 2, 3. And so I wanted to provide that, and I wanted to provide a sense of community space where not only are we talking to the student one-on-one, giving feedback on the work, but we're all talking to each other. And just like in a class where, everyone's doing an assignment, or, and there's an answer being sought out. Sometimes, class, you ask your classmate, hey man, what'd you get for number 4? That's what we used to do back in the day. Like, what'd you get for number 4? Bro. Like, it's like, no, I got this. Like, how'd you get that? I did. It provides a sense of community, because now you have classmates sharing ideas. We're sharing ideas in different ways to get to the same answer. and different processes. And so
Yeah, bro.
that's the thing I love about that.
Yeah. Additionally, sometimes people have a question, but they're a little afraid to ask. And so I imagine that as we're giving feedback to certain students, if other students are able to peek into that process, then they'll also have their questions answered as well. So these may take on kind of a like a group feedback type sessions.
Yes.
But the intention is to ensure that everybody has their questions and misconceptions addressed.
Yes.
Because I'm not just a believer in what Donnie is able to do for himself, but how his information can change a regular cat like me who was struggling with just getting regular things to happen with my production. Now I feel way more confident about what I'm producing, and it's literally as a result of listening to and practicing what he's told me. Now, so like I feel like patient zero in a way, because I can tell the difference in my own work, and yeah, we just love to share that with the rest of y'all for sure.
Oh man, yeah. I was just I was just thinking about that, and just you really showed me how powerful this course is, really. For those of y'all who don't know, so Davin has become more than just a friend and a brother. He's now a production partner with me on a lot of projects, and he already knew quite a bit, but he wasted zero time in seeking me out, and asking questions and sharing his frustrations with music production, and what he may be missing and what he has right. Maybe there's some things he's second guessing that are actually accurate, but if you don't have anyone telling you, no, you're doing the right thing, if you don't have anyone telling you that, you tend to critique yourself over and over and keep telling yourself you're wrong. You keep telling yourself, oh no, well, there's no way I'm doing it right, and you're comparing yourself to other things that you're hearing, and you might know the result you want to get, but have no idea how to get there. And so with Dav, pretty much sat down and took my advanced course and now I hire him to do production for clients. And the stuff he sends me back, I don't have to touch. I don't have to adjust anything. I don't have to, let me do this part over. I don't have to touch it. I can send it straight to the client. And that, knowing that is true for him, lets me know that this works. This works. And it's not just him, it's a couple of other people too that are already in, that are taking full advantage of this. And because now I'm confident and sure that when you take this course, it will work. That you listen to what I'm saying, you apply it, and you formulate your own ideas, you have a process to get there to that end result. It's going to work. It's going to work. Yeah. So let's see, Richard Drummer, do we need to already have certain equipment to start the course? Long as you got a DAW and an interface and whatever MIDI controller or whatever you want to use, you're fine. You don't have to have a specific thing. I'm not requiring for you to have a specific thing. Just the DAW, computer with a DAW, Logic, Pro Tools, FL Studio One, which is my DAW of choice, and that's it. So no, you don't have to go out and get a bunch of gear. Just the basics of what music production requires. Oh, that's the other thing. You guys have questions, you can comment.
Yeah, for sure.
You can comment, and we'll definitely get to it.
Bro, there's another thing that I get like I've been able to get from like having someone to bounce ideas off and stuff. It's like the realization and the understanding that like this doesn't all come at once. Like there's no magic flick of the switch. Like hearing from you that it took you time makes me feel comfortable knowing that it's taking me time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Also knowing that sometimes you second guess the stuff you've started only to realize it's dope at the end. Like this is stuff we don't really get to see when people are in, like we get to see the end product of their production.
Right.
Rarely do we get to, you know, an insight into the psychology of what it's like to go from nothing in the DAW to something killing. But a lot of times in the process, you know, you start to feel like this is whack. I don't want to follow through with this. Like this is not tight.
Oh man, yes.
And just being able to like talk through that kind of stuff, and this is going back to the community aspect that we're trying to build, but that people get an understanding that perfection isn't where we start. Like we work our way up to that.
100%. It's not only a, you know, people say it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But not only that, really, this is just a walk of life. When you're talking about music production, there is not one time where I've sat down and was like, I'm gonna make a dope track. I've never said that. I sat down and said, I'm gonna make some music. I got this idea, I'm gonna get out. And 99.7 times out of 100, midway through or even part way through, I'm already like, I should go to bed. I should go to bed. This is not my day. It's just not. This is not tight. Straight Leo. Yeah, it'll be online. It'll be online, in person / online. She also asked how long the course is. How long is it? You can answer that.
So this is kind of a continuing education kind of vibe, where information will be coming at you with fair frequency, and the intention is that you work your way through the information as it's being given to you, but you kind of jump in and out as you need. It's really, you know, dependent on you, but I think there's so much value to be had that it would make sense to like stay in there until we get to until you get to the result that you find, you know, desirable, where you're happier with the sound that you're getting. But there isn't a strict like 28-week or 6-week course situation. Like Daniel will consistently be giving information, and the cool part is, as you guys ask questions like these, we'll be able to like respond to them specifically. So let's say someone had a question about how he got slump time to happen, then that could easily become the information for the very next video. And so, you know, it's incumbent on you, the subscriber or the learner, to decide what you want to get out of this, and ensure that, you know, you stick around long enough to get it, because he's going to be dropping knowledge. I mean, we've already got some stuff uploaded and ready to go, and the stuff in there is absolute fire. But there's no, to answer your question directly, there's no strict length of time. It's really up to you.
To piggyback on what you said, it's also, it's kind of a journey in that way, you know, and it's really up to you how, you know, you get to graduate when you know it's like, oh, I'm there, I can do this, and you start hearing something I say and you realize that you're already doing it or you realize that you're already in the practice of it, or you know it's gonna be pretty interactive, you know, homework assignments, challenges, you know, hey, look, I want you to do this, send me this, send me this, tell me what you did, tell me what your idea is, and I'm gonna I'm going to grade it based on the result you say you want, right? That type of thing. And so, yeah, getting back to what I was saying, it's like a lot of my beats suck to me. Like there's stuff that I upload to Tuesday's Groove Day, and I'm like, I don't even know why I put this up here. You know? But, you know, when I play it back or see it played back, it's like, okay, yeah, that sounds exactly like I wanted it to sound, you know. Or there are times where, you know, it sounds nothing like you wanted it, but sometimes better. It's like, oh, this took on a whole different turn that I didn't expect. You know, you need somebody telling you, hey man, don't throw that away, don't delete that, don't get rid of that. Oh no, I'm just trashing that, that's nothing. It's like, hey, nothing is nothing when it comes to artistic ideas. You know, sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves as creators, whether it's content creation or music composition or, you know, whatever art form, we can be super hard on our own selves, and we talk ourselves out of a great form of expression, or we talk ourselves out of success, or we talk ourselves out of an opportunity to actually show how good we are because we don't think we're good.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, I ain't got no reason to hate on nobody. I don't stand to gain or lose anything from telling somebody, hey, you know what, this can improve. This can, you know, I'm not here to hold anybody back. I'm here to make sure that you become the producer that you want to become by teaching you how I became the producer I became from the technical and musical aspect. So yeah, hit us with your questions you guys have. I'm really excited about this because it provides not only a platform for people to learn, but now there's a platform of safety for me to actually pull out, hey, let me show you this trick I found out that don't nobody know about. That type of thing, you know, because Davin can tell you I'm always calling him with something I done picked up, you know, because there are things that I learned, you know, that I'm like, oh man, now I can just share it. Like, hey guys, look, like I just found this out. So that's what this is. You know, this is, you know, a journey with music community, people who are doing the same thing and all sounding different, but just want that process. They want a process. They want to know where to start, you know. Okay, so Straight Leo asks, so being that she's in school, could she bring her assignments from her current class to get honest feedback and suggestions?
Depends. So sometimes the feedback sessions will generally be based on the material that was taught in that in a specific period of time. So we'll be looking to hear specific things in your production to ensure that you're actually grasping what's being laid down. So let's say we covered the use of effects and specific mixing trick that Danye taught. We want to be able to hear that you're actually applying that appropriately. And so what we'll be listening for are those specific characteristics in your mixing based on what was taught, you know, that specific time. So we'll send out, you know, an assignment with a particular rubric. I want to hear this. I want to hear this. I want to hear this. And you can share that. Now, there may be an opportunity for you, Straight Leo, to, you know, there may be an opportunity to get with Danye on a different kind of level. If you just want genuine feedback on stuff that you already have existing. But that could be that would be a completely different sort of, you know, operation altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So what we'd like to happen is, you know, when we do give out an assignment or whatever, that you actually go and apply the thing that you were taught, so we can actually go ahead and hear it, see how you're actually, you know, progressing.
Yeah. Yes. On the flip side, you can take what you're learning in YEA's way to school
100%.
and apply that to your assignment for school and do it that way as well. So it's a two-way thing. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? I thank y'all for jumping on. I really do. So appreciate it.
100%, man.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay, so yeah, she's all in. Straight Leo's all in.
Beautiful.
But I knew that was coming. Yeah, she's family.
That's dope.
Yeah, she's family. Stokes, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I want folks to learn. You know, I don't want to just give you tools. I want to show you how to use it. Show you how I use it. It's very important
Right.
that I point that out. I can't stress that enough. What you're learning is what I do.
Yep.
There's no way this course competes with any other course. This is a whole different thing because this is what I do. You know.
All day, bro.
Pop, I see you. Man, it's too much to go over, but I'm leaving this up so you'll be able to go back in the beginning and see, like, you know, where we started from. Basically, we're launching YEA's Way Academy, a place where people can come, music community producers, to learn my specific music production and composition process from start to finish. You know, appreciate you, Pastor Dale Jackson. I saw what you said. I just didn't want to interrupt my brother while he was talking. So, Straight Leo, we're gonna come back again and give you all the information, where to sign up, how to get in, how to get it done, how to get in, when everything is up, when you can start. And like we said, it'll be in the next 2 weeks or so that all of this takes off. And I'm
Absolutely
super excited about it. I'm super excited about it because I already got new stuff that I want to start teaching and showing. You know, and it affords you the opportunity, because a lot of people want to, oh man, can I just sit with you and just watch you work? That's what this is. That's definitely going to be what this is. You know, you just watching me work from scratch. You know, I think one of the best really courses or sessions that I taught was Davin, when you sent me a session that you had done, and then I opened it up and I just started from scratch and just went through everything. Okay, this, I would do this with this, and then I would show how I did it on screen. I would do this with this, and then I would show how I did it on screen, and sent it back to him. And the next thing he started sending me after that, I never had to touch it again because he had applied exactly what I taught him. So, I mean, I'm handing y'all the jewels, all the sapphires,
jewels. Telling you, man.
all the rocks,
Telling you.
all the nuggets. It's the jewels. It's everything I do. You know, people hit me up all the time. How you get your guitars to sound like that? I am going to show you every single nook and cranny of that secret. You know, and how to apply it if you don't have the equipment or the plugins that I have. You know, same difference. You know, like, how you get those horns to, oh man, the strings. We're covering every last bit of that. You know, and then further, as we go further, we're gonna cover the musical approach aspect of it. You know, so it's not just for, you know, the technical side, because you can know all that and then still don't know how to put the music together. So that will be taught as well. So that's what I'm excited about. It's a safe place for us to kind of learn all these things and learn my specific process. You know, I've always wanted to share it, but I just couldn't necessarily figure out what platform would be best to serve people. And this right here is, I wanted a place where I can show everybody how the sausage is made. Susan? Yeah, it's from an old movie. It's from an old Jim Carrey movie with Steve Carell.
Oh, Michael.
Yes.
Oh, Michael Scott.
Yeah, Steve Carell.
That's tough.
Man. Any last questions or comments, folks? We appreciate y'all jumping on. We're so happy to share this. You know.
Plugins. I'd just be clicking. Not laughing at you, but I remember. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You just hitting the button to see what it does. And then when you hear it, you don't know if that's good or not. It's like
100%.
Or you don't hear the difference at all. It's like, what?
What did it do?
Nothing changed. Just clicking it, you know.
Know all about it, man.
Yeah. Yes. That's the thing about this course. There's going to be people that they relate. They're there. They've been there, done that. I still do that. I'll pull up a plugin. I'm like, I don't even know what this is for. You know, and I have to experiment with it, you know, but we're going to get you there. We're going to get you there. We're going to show you exactly where to start, exactly what you need. You know, you'll be able to take in what you can handle and, you know, hit pause when you need to like stop and take a breather, figure it out, come back to it. I think the best part of it is actually it being a teaching mentorship process where you're given the challenge and given the opportunity to put this into practice and not just you watch a tutorial and then figure it out on your own. I think, you know, over the years that has become, it's slowly but surely become less intuitive than it used to be, you know, because someone who's read the manual on something and has put together a tutorial that, you know, and then just been like, hey, just hit pause when you, there's no interaction. There's nothing that you can say. It's like, there's nothing that gives you a hands-on experience of how to approach this thing. And this gives you a hands-on experience of how to approach it with having help along the way. You know, that's the thing I love about it. You're going to be able to jump in and go, hey, I started this. How do I do this and that? You know, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a video on it. You know, there's going to be, and if not, we know what the next session has to be about. That's the lovely part about this, you know, is, you know, the two-way interaction between those who are learning and trying to get their production process or their production sound to a certain area, being able to ask questions that I may not have answered yet, you know. Darvin, good to see you. 2 weeks, man. We launch in 2 weeks. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna have the link. We're gonna do the whole thing. We're gonna come back. We're gonna have popcorn, pepperoni pizza, chicken wings, Pepsi, the whole 9. We're gonna do it up. And you'll be able to sign on and get it cracking.
What's good, Leon? You know? Leon's been waiting for this for a minute. Yeah, bro. Sounding good, man. All right, y'all. Looks like Danya's camera is frozen, but we appreciate you guys. Gonna go ahead and close out the stream. All right, we'll catch up. Respect.
I'm here, man. You back, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
We good? We good?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I was about to Benedict.
Albert, is there anything special needed besides a computer or smartphone? No, you can watch the smartphone, computer. You can watch the videos and stuff on that. If you want to participate in the classes and actually do the assignments and stuff, I mean, you're going to need your DAW and your instrument of choice. Other than that, you're good. Smartphone will do to watch the videos and whatnot.
What's good, Carl? Or should I say Wagwan, Carl?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, bro. We've been working at this stuff for a little over a year now. So
yeah,
finally time to reveal the mug.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. Ooh-wee. It's been a minute. I remember when we started it.
I know.
Good grief, man.
I know.
I mean, we just couldn't get there. We just couldn't get there. Like, oh man, yeah. Like, we are two fathers, husbands, we got families, and we have jobs as well.
Yeah, man.
Doing music production, and so having to juggle that to put this together, we really wanted you guys to get this, and that's the thing. It's like we wanted you guys to get this, and so I'm so happy that we are at this place now where we can just we're on the runway now, and once we launch, it's off to the sky. After that, it's off to the sky after that.
Just like that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. All right, well, we going on almost 50 minutes.
Yeah, bro, it's time to slide.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. It's my lunchtime.
It is definitely lunchtime. You guys got any questions? Feel free. These videos are going to stay up, so go ahead and leave comments. Hit the DM. There's a question that you don't see having been addressed. And Solomon, thank you, bro. Yeah, we're going to do the lunch thing. So, feel free to hit us up with any questions. We will be right back when this joint launches. Thank y'all for chiming in and meeting us here. God bless.
Take care, y'all.